month, we're taking the journey to north to the enchanting Dagbon people, where the vibrant culture of restaurants, bustling and local joints serve up these delicious meals. We'll then cover the secrets of Dagomba cuisines and the culinary skills that have been passed through generations. Let's go over the phone lines now, and this gentleman has been helping us since yesterday to really talk about some of the regions and some of the traditions and the cultures of the Dagbon people. If you can hear me, good morning to you. Hello? Thankfully, Alhaji is back on the line to help us with a conversation about some of the foods that we have in the northern region that we are crazy about all the time. Alhaji, if you can hear me, good morning to you and many thanks. Welcome to the Asaase Breakfast Show.
Sure.
Thank you very much for having, thank you very much for sharing your interest in this conversation. How are you?
I'm fine, and how are you?
Very well. Thank you very much for asking. What did you take for breakfast this morning?
You know, this is a fasting and I'm fasting.
Oh, I see. Right. That's good as well. But today we want to look at some of the cuisines and the food and, you know, what makes the northern region a place of destination, because usually when people are coming up the way to north, they are very interested in the food they are going to eat. For instance, the first time I was going to the north, I was crazy about the wache. I was looking at the cocoa and all the other things. But let's start with Tuo Zaafi. It's one delicacy here in the part of the country that people are very delighted about and would want to. How is this even prepared finally before it hangs out on our table? Can you help us through?
All right. Well, you know, that is a cereal food. Are you getting me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so that is cereal. We see Tuo Zaafi in the Ghana, we call it sapulga. That's hot dessert. That's Tuo Zaafi. We use, hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead, Alhaji.
Yeah, we use maize. Are you getting me?
Yes, I can.
Yes, maize. We grind the maize into flour, and then the women will make a little porridge out of it, and then add the powder, and then stir it. It conforms very well, and then they serve it to bowls. That's how it's done. And they will prepare the soup. It goes with the soup.
What's the name of the soup? There's a soup that is called green soup.
Yeah, that's a green soup. That's called so that's celebrate the green soup. Then we have the bra.
Is that what is called the ayoyo?
Yes, that's what's called ayoyo. Then we have bra. That's enough.
No,
are you okay?
Yes, I'm okay. You said the green soup is called ayoyo. I have seen a lot of people eating Tuo Zaafi with the green soup, which is the ayoyo that you've just referred to. But hardly do I see people, you know, eat Tuo Zaafi with groundnut soup or dry okra soup. How about that?
We use dry okra soup very well now these days. Dry okra soup. But where people are nearer to the markets and the irrigation sites, we use fresh okra.
Why would you think that, there's this Tuo Zaafi joint, and I'm not going to give any adverts to them, around Osu. You find businessmen who, in the middle of work, leave, go and queue and get Tuo Zaafi. Why do you think that people are in so much haste, like when it comes to this food? Why do you see so much energy, rallying when it comes to this food?
Exactly so. It's something we grew up with. It's something we grew up with. And it gives us belly full. When you eat it, it takes a long time, you won't get hungry. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So that's why when it is midday, a lot of people prefer eating that food. It takes them up to the night.
But which is the ideal time to consume this food?
To take the food.
Yeah.
In fact, ideal time is between 9 to 12. It's between 9 to 12.
Right.
And also in the night we repeat it.
Okay.
Between 7 o'clock in the night and then 9 o'clock we take it.
But Tuo Zaafi itself, there are people who shy away from trying to prepare Tuo Zaafi because, again, they say it's energy sapping. You need to be able to cook it in a way that you have a smooth texture or mixture of something.
Exactly.
Can you just go into that for us?
Well, I don't think it is hard to cook. You just learn it once and that's all. Learn it once and that's all, because it is not only maize that we use in cooking. We can use millet. I get me? Hello?
I get you. Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. You can use millet flour. You can use guinea corn flour. And sometimes you add cassava flour. The cassava flour makes it softer. So it's not hard to be prepared.
Are you saying you can add cassava flour to it?
Yes. It's very easy to add cassava flour to it.
Is it an option?
In fact, most people prefer the cassava flour added to it because it is soft and then it makes the delicacy very nice.
Right. Now, let's talk about another dish in the northern region that got a lot of people also talking. Wasa.
Wasa.
Yeah. Wasa.
That's from yam.
Okay.
Yam. When you peel the yam and you chop it into pieces, then you later on pound it, take it to the mill. Then you grind it. You come back. That one is tedious. That one is tedious. People learn it. Few people learn it and they sell it.
Right.
So it's not very common. It's not very common for a compound family to prepare it in the compound and eat.
I didn't get that. Can you say that again?
I am saying, wasa is a food that cannot be prepared for the compound. It's very tedious and laborious.
Right.
So it's normally done by those who have mastered it, the women who have mastered it and can do it and sell. And that one too, you like it so much because you eat a little of it and you drink water to your satisfaction.
Would you say it's very economical?
Very, very economical. Very, very, they prepare it very well for you.
Now,
but not every family can prepare it.
What makes this meal very unique from Tuo Zaafi that we just spoke about?
Actually, as I said earlier on, it's not for family consumption. It's for sale. But Tuo Zaafi, I can tell you, every compound we eat it. In every household, we prepare Tuo Zaafi and we eat it.
Mm.
Yes. Some will even eat it in the morning, eat it in the afternoon, and eat it in the night.
Right. Now,
Tuo Zaafi is a basic unit food that we eat.
Mm. I want you to go into the history of this meal, for instance. Is there any backstory to it?
You mean Tuo Zaafi?
No, the wasa wasa.
Wasa.
Yeah.
Actually, the little background I know is that in the olden days, when you peel the yam, you don't throw away the peel part. You will dry it. After drying it, you will pound it and then take it to the mill, and they will mill it for you. So you bring it back to the house and get somebody who knows how to prepare it.
Mm.
So in the olden days, our elderly women, our grandmothers, they know how to prepare it. So because of this tedious stuff in preparing it, the young women doesn't want to learn it. Because you have a component of how you will prepare it and it will be taken.
Mm.
If you don't prepare it, it will get spoiled.
Mm.
That's the truth about it. So few people have mastered it.
Mm.
Yes. My late auntie was the one who was preparing it in my area for sale.
Mm.
And even her own children who are just, they didn't learn it. Because it's tedious to be prepared, to be very honest with you.
Mm.
Yes.
No, if you say it's tedious to prepare, you mean the manpower that needs to be exerted.
When you take the powder, how you will treat it before it will come to be prepared as soup. If you don't do it very well, the whole thing will get spoiled.
Right. Now, Alaji, let's assume that I'm in the house or anybody listening to us right now and they are interested in this meal, for instance. What are the ingredients they need to get on their table to prepare such a meal?
Water is just like any food like rice or any other thing. When you get it prepared well, you need oil, you need salt, you need pepper to mix it and then eat.
Are there any time durations to it? How do you do that?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead. I wanted to find out the duration.
After they have prepared the boiled it and has formed very well, you add oil, add pepper, salt. Now you can even add spices like onion and other things to it.
How long does it take to cook?
To prepare it?
Yes.
It takes normally about 2 hours or more.
This is a meal that I will be trying right after the show to see if I'll be able to prepare. You mentioned that it's quite laborious and energy sapping, but I'll not allow that to deter me. So right after that, after the show, I'll just go into the kitchen and try and see if I'll be able to prepare that meal. One other meal that it's also being talked about in the northern region is the tubani. Is that correct? Did I get the pronunciation right?
Tubani. It's correct. It's tubani.
Tubani. That is a protein-rich dish made from black-eyed beans. Can you go into that for us?
You can use bambaram beans. Bambaram beans. You can use the black-eyed beans. You get it? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go ahead. I'm listening very attentively, so just go ahead.
Okay, so the bambaram beans, you break it and then go and grind it. After from the grinding mill, you come back and then you prepare a piece out of it. Then you prepare it like balls, small balls, and boil it. When you boil it, then later on, when it is done, you then bring it down Then you add groundnut flour. You can grind the groundnut flour with salt in it. Sprinkle it over it and put oil on top of it. And then you have a good meal. Very, very nutritious.
And that is also not laborious like the wasa you talked about.
No, it's not laborious like the wasa. It's not.
Now, you talk about wasa, you talked about the tubaning that we're talking about. Earlier, we spoke about Tuo Zaafi and all the work that needs to be gone into it before we finally have it on our plates. Somebody may be wondering, what are the nutrients we are likely to gain from, say, tubani? Let me just begin with that.
Yeah, thank you, tubani. I can assure you that if tubani is well prepared for you and you eat it this morning, you may not take lunch after supper.
What are the potential nutrients? That's what I really want to know.
The potential
nutrients.
Well, I can say that tubani, for instance, is not even something that the nutrients are so difficult. Because the bean itself is having good nutrients in it. Yes.
So, for instance, you can say that because it contains beans.
As I'm saying, the tubani, the same flour can be used for kose.
Okay.
It can be used for kose, like the black eyed bean. The flour can be used for kose.
Okay.
You put oil on fire and then put the balls in it and you fry up.
You said that it can be used for kose. It means that if, for instance, prepared with kose, we are likely to have a black kose, or that's a bit weird.
Yeah, we can use it for kose, any kind of kose.
And the kose will be like a black one, black in nature in terms of color.
No, it's not black. It's not black. It's brownish. Yes.
Now, there's this other meal that I'm seeing for the very first time or hearing about for the very first time. Zimbum.
Yeah. Which is it?
Zimbum.
Pardon?
Zimbum.
Zimbum.
Yeah. You've never had it. It's a traditional porridge made from millet or maize.
Oh, it's zimbuli.
What?
Zimbuli.
Aha. Tell me about it.
Zimbuli, when you have the flour from millet or sorghum or maize. When you are going to prepare it in the morning, in the night, you have to soften it with some little bit of Tuo Zaafi, plain Tuo Zaafi. You mash it. After mashing it, you prepare water over it. Then by getting to morning, it will be ready to be prepared as zimbuli. That means you just strain it, put hot water, and then pour it in. Stir it till you get your zimbuli.
And that one, that's and what are some of the things you can add to it?
Well, you can add some little bit of salt. You can add ginger, little bit of ginger to it, and some other scented fruits like what do I call it? Spices. It's not spices.
I love to add milk and milk powder to some of the beverages and things that I do. Is it allowed to, for instance, add milk?
You prepare zimbuli and you add milk powder to it, you enjoy it. Yes.
Now, Alhaji, as we prepare to, end this conversation, I want us to talk about cocoa, the one that we use millet in preparing. It's one of the things that we all queue up to go and buy cocoa, and we wish that we'd be able to do some of these things at home ourselves. But much as we try, we fail all the time. Can you help us learn about how to prepare the cocoa, the one with the millet, so that at least going forward we can learn how to prepare it?
Just like I explained to you about zimbuli, you can use maize in preparing cocoa. Maize. In local parlance, we say smooth cocoa and then cocoa with seeds. That's how we would term it.
Okay. And can
the cocoa with seeds, you get the maize particles in the cocoa. It's not smooth. Then we have smooth cocoa. So the valley we call it kukwanyina.
Now, quickly, can you just walk me through the process?
Okay, I can do that.
Please do.
You see, if you pick the maize, if you pick a bowl of maize, you soak it. You soak the maize. After soaking it for about 2 hours, you remove it, wash it, and take it to the grinder.
Right.
They'll grind the flour for you. When the flour is grounded on a corner, you bring it back and then dry it a bit. After drying it, you can take it back to the corner and they'll soften it for you. That's all.
Right.
When you are going to grind it that way, you can slice ginger and add this, and add some small spices to it, so that the taste will be nice.
Right, thank you. Thank you very much, Alhaji. This is all time would allow us. We really and truly appreciate your interest and, of course, your rare perspective and knowledge on this. We'll come back to you as and when we see fit. But thank you very much for adding to this conversation. So that was absolutely. That was Muhammad Abdul Mohammed, Chief Takura on the foods of the people of Dagbon, bringing our conversation here on a special segment of the Ghana Month, looking at the food of the Dagbon people. Alhaji, thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's now time for the news, and Kwesi is here. But many thanks for listening to the Asaase Breakfast Show. Earlier you heard from Kwejo and, of course, Nanaya, and yours truly, Freight the Lanyo Megash. We are back tomorrow, but for now, the news is up.
Welcome to News on the Hour on Asaase 99.5. My name is Nana Boache. The Forestry Commission has announced this engagement of beneficiaries under the Youth in Afforestation Project effective March 31st, 2025. In a letter dated February 28th, the Commission cited directives from the